producer, composer, and sound designer from Vancouver, BC, living in Colorado. I first got involved in tribal gathering as an artist and quickly fell in love with the concept and was invited back to be part of the first official studio. I know there's so much music out there that is totally outside of my scope that I've never even imagined, and I can't wait to soak it all in and hopefully record it all. Part of capturing a musical story, in my mind, is picking up those little textures that you take for granted all around you. I've always been passionate about taking field recordings like sounds from nature and life and extracting their natural rhythms to create texture in my music. Here, I'm especially hoping I'm going to get swept away by the magic of making music again. I think it's easy to lose track of that.
My name's Gramski. I'm a freestyle MC from England, and I worked with ill-esha and all the other legends in the SweatShed at tribal gathering.
Spinning in this fucking brain is like a cinema, cause there is so many images and pictures that go far, and they...
The first time I entered the SweatShed, I was like, holy shit, this place was boiling, man, absolutely boiling. But just an absolute pot, like a little melting pot in more ways than one.
I'm inside our glamping tent. It is the first night of the festival. The gates just opened. The tribes are just starting to arrive. It's super exciting, and I can't wait to meet them. From the outset, there were a lot of unanticipated hiccups. Cables and adapters not arriving, everything full of sawdust from the carpenters who had recently vacated, which turned to mud in about 10 seconds when mixed with our constant sweat. It was dark by the time we finished, and by the end, I'd already used up all of my electronic wet wipes for the whole festival. Oops.
Whatever you do, the drummer,
We weren't really sure how to break the ice with the tribes at first, but luckily the first person we met was the amazing Gila from the Garifuna Tribe of Belize. He was an icebreaker for sure, passionate about sharing his knowledge and connecting with everyone.
what you're doing. She's looking at your feet. And then whatever you do with your feet, you break, that's what he plays to. So that's what makes the dance unique.
We all know synchronizing is like a band. We've been doing it for over at least 11 years. So when we play, we all synchronize. And we take one primero at a time. And then we could do a double in certain rhythms. So if this is a lead primero and I know he does the first one, he goes together.
Today is the first day that it hasn't been insanely hot. We just had the opening ceremonies, which took about 3 hours. All the different tribes shared with us their origin and a little bit about their mission. I can't actually even put into words how incredible it is to witness all these beautiful people from around the world come and share with us and teach us. One of the women today said, "I think of the jungle as the lung of the world." And it's put me into pretty deep thought. I think the best thing to do is just to start writing. The energy started to significantly amp up that night. Our studio was located behind this stage in the Geohaven area, originally intended to host speeches, panels, and other types of content from the tribes, but not really music. However, it quickly became apparent that they were also dying to jam. So we took all our mics, cables, and stands out of the studio, put them out front, and threw ourselves a good old renegade concert. Next morning, people slowly but surely started flocking in, and from that moment on, I was recording every minute.
Told just go and do what the hell you want, sort of thing. You know, there's no real timing for you, there's no real schedule, just go and do what the hell you want, is very, very liberating. I don't think there's a festival in the world that I've ever been booked for that has told me that. There was just such a beautiful sense of camaraderie and friendship and family going on in that shed between a load of people who couldn't even share a conversation. But what we could do is, all right, dude, you play the drums, you're on the bongo, you're on the flute, Alicia's on the beats, you're recording, whatever, and we just combined, and it's just music, man. I mean, I can't even put it into words now, you know what I mean? I'm supposed to be this wordsmith, I can't even describe.
Versión panameña.
In the SweatShed was just a thing of cross-cultural beauty, and to me that was like the real shit, what was going on in that shed. This absolute mayhem of people from different cultures, different creeds, different backgrounds, all speaking the language of music, whether it was freestyle rap, drums, flute, violin, production, big beats, whatever the hell was going down in there. We communicated, man. Oh, we communicated.
rest of the week flew by with all my new friends. As soon as one person left, two more came, some from experienced bands, others that had never heard themselves recorded before, some people who had just met in the pathway and decided they wanted to make a song. It was magic. After I recorded my friends from Uruguay today, Fabian said he had a present for me and gave me this incredible flute that he'd made. So meaningful. So freaking pleased today. We finally got the Tribal Gathering supergroup together today, jammed on the main stage.
Sweating buckets right now.
Up until now, there were main stage jams, but the connection hadn't really been made between a lot of the tribes and the other performers. It was amazing to step up there with all my new friends and just be together making music. I think one thing you forget about when you start to produce electronic music is that beauty of spontaneity. You can't just immediately dial up a whole song on the computer like you can with a live band. I think that when we have the ability to perfect things like we do with sound design, digital production, we become more self-conscious in this world of filtering flaws. We don't just drop everything and dance or sing, which can really make your work lose emotion and energy. And no better did I relearn this lesson than when I started to get to know the Guatemalan shaman/musician Dr. Nativo and the members of his band.
Are you ready? ¿Qué dice? ¿Cómo? Que me acopa, ahí ve, Babilonia, lo van a escuchar. Quiero que lo cante de una vez.
It was wild, it was free, and it was just so much fun. It made me realize that I'd kind of forgotten how to have fun.
That's the flow I wanted. That's the flow I wanted, man. Take the mic. Take the mic, man. Take the mic. I want to be playing Zurich.
Okay, let's do one take. Sigue el ritmo.
That's amazing, man. So good.
Súper colaboración.
Sí, no, muy bueno,
Gracias. Gracias.
Imagino que está llegando bien.
Sí. Sí, wow.
Yeah. It's so good. That was such a beautiful fucking amazing little process. I just remember the face that me and Aloy were giving each other when we looked into each other's eyes, looked up, Alicia's there. Combining all this amazing shit together, there's just this absolute whirlpool of magic and just looking at each other like, is this happening? Do you know what I mean?
been a really, really crazy night. So I was supposed to play last night around 1, but I woke up in the morning, and as the day went on, I completely lost my voice to the point I couldn't even whisper, and I was writing messages to people. I didn't think anything would come of it, and then I realized I was in a place with greater wisdom in some ways, and a lot of healing. I started out with some advice from Belize to chew on some ginger root, continued with a visit to the chai shop, but the clincher came when I met Kombilesa, an amazing group from Palenque, Colombia. And they have a brew of alcohol and herbs called Palenque. As far as I know, you can only find it in Palenque, but they swear by it. They use it for everything, bug bites, congestion, and voice, throat, everything. They even have a song about it because it's so healing. I asked them for a shot. Within an hour, my voice started coming back. It's been stabilizing ever since, and now I'm gonna play.
This girl here is called ill-esha. Behind the Paradise stage, what she's been doing is at a shed with a lot of recording equipment in it. She's been inviting people from Chile to record music, people from Panama, people from Cuba, people from England, people from Spain, people from Canada. The other night we were there at the shed, playing a hip-hop beat that a guy from Cuba played some flute over the top of. And it was one of those moments where we just, me and the boy looked at each other going, mate, we're living in a fucking dream right now.
I really resonate a lot with the music that I've discovered here from the Colombian mountains. The layers of heavy tambores, shakers, percussive flutes, and vocals are super hypnotic, often atonal and very parallel with a lot of the harder, more minimal electronic music that I enjoy. Mo and Laura were super down to collab, and they gave me some amazing, powerful one-shots and loops that I've actually used a ton since in other songs and have really set me on a new path in my own music. By far one of the best nights I've had. Is it in the middle of the song or the beginning, or where should I say?
¿Dónde?
Después del grito.
Oh,
After the scream.
okay.
I forget.
Tribal jams and bass music were overlapping. People were collaborating left and right, day and night. Renegade drum circles were happening on the regular, right next to renegade warehouse raves.
At some point in the festival, though, it really came to our attention that there were Panamanian DJs on site who weren't playing their Panamanian music in Panama, and which seemed a bit strange that people had travelled from all corners of the globe to this festival, but they weren't hearing the local vibe, man, the local tunes. There was people like Ed Solo and Decline and so on and so forth, all these DJs from England playing very sort of like typically English sounding drum and bass, but we were there in Panama with Panamanian DJs who weren't playing their fucking Panamanian music, which seemed a little bit mad to us.
On the stage, I heard something like, we don't want that kind of style.
No way!
They said, you can't play nothing like that. Right.
What? They said you can't play out this kind of music?
Yeah. That's why we all keep playing the same shit. We all play having right now.
It was kind of our passion project of the second week to get together a Panamanian takeover, and you know, it was like reggaeton, but it was punk, you know what I mean? It was punk in philosophy. That was just a pure musician-based takeover of a stage.
And we got the Panamanian connection going on. We got some DJ producers here. We're all working on a set to do at the circus stage. Someone got a tattoo in here last night. We're making a music video for our new track that we're making right now.
Yeah, man, shake it, baby.
Everybody in the place gonna drag you down. That's what they say, but it's so easy to let go. Feel like everybody in the place gonna dance around. All that it takes is one to know. The beat speaks complete for everybody. The beat speaks complete for everybody. Te presto cada vida ya en canciones. Como evitar que la música lesione. Son mi arte, mi pasión. Dame que te voy a escribir, son mis razones. Aquel momento bello, en serio, no quiero olvidarlo. Recorro el mundo, es mi sueño, quiero ser cantando. Estoy soñando despierto, me veo demostrando mi talento. Voy a ocasión aprovechar del momento. Abrazo la emoción que llevo por dentro.
So it was just this beautiful, very dream-like, perfect week.
Well, maybe your family be more honest than Gramski, because I promise I am honest when I'm going at this rap speed. I'll keep on talking more, because this is basically my subconscious, and it's talking to you guys, not even realising the sentences aren't coming through. Dude, I leave myself a little space, a little bit of freeze my freeze. I actually turn them to ice cubes, melt them down, please, and they turn to liquid lyricism, so I can sip them up. Basically, lyrically, and sometimes I don't give a fuck. I wanna bring it in, singing things so loud. I will keep on saying to my family, man, I'll always be fucking proud. Me in the shed, from the lyrics from the top of my head. Mate, I'll bleed red, yes, brother, bleed red, yeah.
Still in the building.
Yo, the best shed in the world.
Best shed in the world. What's your name, man?
Tío.
Tío, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Colombia representando
The greatest shed of all time. That's for damn sure. Right, Alicia, what is happening in the SweatShed?
We've been in here over a week recording every tribe, electronic musician, and random people that can make noises.
All right.
We can fathom
God's work. Doing God's work. Oh. The Monday that followed the first week is when things started feeling different. The vibe of the place started feeling quite strange, and it's when all the tribes left, we lost some musical friends, and I know that the SweatShed was hit quite hard from losing so many people that we were collaborating with and enjoying the company of.
You look revolting with the dolphins when they keep on talking about the end of fin. Now I see my friends will win. Now I see that I'm beginning. Have a drink.
We are doing some set planning and editing, but we decided that the studio was too dusty and we would rather have an ocean view. This is where we're working today. We're about to record the homie Gramski doing some lyrics for 100 Drums.
Like a character name, not like a real name. Like
Just keep it, I reckon keep it in your heads. So like just before the thing starts. My brain will start ticking away.
I just can't think of anything. Got it, okay.
Yeah? You got a name as well?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Jerome.
Jerome. What's his dream?
Getting over his daddy issues?
Okay.
I don't know. You got an idea?
That could be an obstacle. So daddy issues is an obstacle, but what's his dream? What does he want to do?
Astronaut? There we go.
But he's got daddy issues.
Space, man.
Yeah, he wants to go to space. For space, clear his mind and his face.
He needs some space.
He just needs some space.
Yeah.
Alright.
So Jerome, go to space, find it mate, you're an astronaut. That's what he says in the mirror just every single day, but you realise there's scattered force all the way around his brain, the main brain to the pupil, because he wants to be the student, but the pupil in his eye just doesn't want to make him a proper human because he feels just a little bit gruesome. Why Jerome? It's not your fault that your father died. Look at those scars, the stars and the scars that he noticed in the sky. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, and realise what is true, that the twinkling stars is your father winking at you. So Jerome, get to the moon, bruv. Get to the moon. Get to the moon, bruv. Get to the moon. So Jerome, get to the moon, bruv. Get to the moon. So Jerome, get to the moon, bruv. Get to the moon.
Yes!
Get to the moon.
Jerome got there for sure. Thanks for that hook.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick.
Get to the moon, bro. Get to the moon.
Oh, get to the moon, bro.
Get to the moon.
We're getting ready to go on. We got Noise Mac and another DJ and the legend Gramski.
Oh my lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages, all of you right now are sitting and a few of you are standing at the carny. But if any of you have been partying around these parts, you will know that this stage is the life and fucking soul of this party. Not only are the girls absolutely balmy when they're serving you the drinks, but you can literally ask them about any fucking thing that they think. Here we are open, and they're still talking with their ocean of alcohol, and I know that I keep on spilling this raw emotion. Seriously, mate, don't sit there like mugs. You're in Panama once, so maybe don't sit there doing drugs. It's time that we party, because these people have travelled far to play you the local fucking beats of Panama. See, this is what you're missing when you're standing there just drinking, thinking about pissing and another bit of this quitting. It's time that we actually just bring the sound of these vocals, pass it over to Panamanians, the sound of the locals. Check it out, mate. They're the reason why we're here. They bring the fucking music and we bring the goddamn cheer. So let's do it, mate. And it's time we start playing them. Make some fucking noise for every single Panamanian.
Yeah!
Saca la racata que tú llevas por dentro. Saca la racata que tú llevas por dentro. Saca la racata que tú llevas por dentro. Violento. Saca la racata que tú llevas por dentro. Saca la racata que tú llevas por dentro. Saca la racata que tú llevas por dentro.
I know.
Man cannot help himself.
Now we're trickling, now she just stands up. And beautiful forget mate is such grand stuff. Now she lifts her leg up in the air, spins her hair, and it's so fantastic. And now we're actually aware. She's shaking and she's oh so pretty. Now she goes 180, then a full 360. This is fucking freestyle, know what I mean? Now I see this fucking lady, mate, the girl of my dream. She's just shaking and she's making just a bit of these moves. Everybody is impressed, but more the ladies than the dudes. Like, see, this is beauty, can't you see it? The lyrical, the physical, do you feel it? This is beauty, can't you see it? The physical, the lyrical, can you feel it?
I don't know it, I know where it's falling on grace, and I know it's gonna be a straight break.
So at the Panamanian takeover, man, I rapped my little guts out. You know, I was really, really passionate. It was one of the coolest goddamn things I've ever done in my life. I mean, just having that stage, all the people that were there dancing and really getting down. It's almost as if there was like a collective consciousness where everyone agreed, like we needed that, man. We needed to feel that.
It's about time, brother.
That Panamanian vibe and make us feel the sand beneath our feet and where we are, where we're standing in the world. I think it was really, really important.
That's
Oh, it's so sweaty.
It's always so smoky. But it's baby.
That was Edwin from the boy band SweatShed Lads.
Thank you so much for having me.
A lot of it's vague, very dreamy. It was a very strange couple of weeks, without a doubt. But yeah, the more I think about it, in my gut, I know it was one of the most beautiful experiences I'll ever have, probably.
I can't even express how many memories we've made in here. I can't wait to come back. I love Panama. I love the people. I love the music. I love all the tribes that I got a chance to record. And I can't believe that we basically got this back down to just the computer.
Don't get much cooler than this, man. We got a whole little studio in the jungle, yo.
Yeah.
Highlights of life, shit. Highlights of life. You live from the jungles of Panama. This is the Sweat Lab.